Hey guys, and welcome to another Vertica tutorial. In this tutorial we're gonna see how we can change our database node names. So before we start, I like to say that I don't work for HP nor any affiliation with any of HP's services actually and products. The following tutorial is not an official documented method, so do not do this in production. I won't be held responsible for any crazy ideas that you guys get from my videos. Do this in dev 1,000 times and then do it. If you do it, give me a call, message, email, and probably I'll sell you behind. Contact in the video description. So let's start. Alright, so we have a 3-node cluster installed. It's in AWS. It's a dummy cluster. I use it for my demos, and I can break it and unbreak it for 1,000 times. So as you can see, these are the nodes that compose the cluster. It's the 11, 12, and 13. And right now we're gonna go ahead and create a database that we're gonna use for this demo. So we're gonna call it DB. The password is gonna be straightforward DB. We're gonna create in all of the nodes. The catalog path is gonna be Vertica/catalog, and data path is going to be Vertica/data. You got to make sure that those directories are already created, otherwise you'll get an error. Alright, we're going to go ahead with creating the database. We get some crazy message there saying that the entropy for use and definition of unique storage location. This is because the database runs on top of a RAID, and apparently he's throwing that message. Anyway, database is going to take a couple of minutes to be up and started. Alright, so right now he's installing all the packages. Database is up and running. So we're gonna exit the admin tools. We're gonna log in with our vSQL command line, and we're gonna check the names of our nodes. So as you can see, the name of the nodes are done sequentially, starting with DB node 1, node 2, node 3. In some cases, when you, for example, so let's see how we're gonna change the name. First, you gotta stop the database. One use case where I had to change the node names was when a customer asked me to do a clone of its database, and one of the prerequisites to clone a database is to have the same database with the same node names. And in order to make it happen, you have to make some edits in the catalog. So what are we gonna do? This is the step. I'm gonna put it in the description. So we're gonna make this node 1, 2, and 3 become 4, 5, and 6. Pretty straightforward. I choose the sequence. You can name it whatever. You can name it pumpkin or whatever you want to name it. So first thing, what you want to do, you want to check your admin tools configuration. So this is the location of your admin tool configuration. As you can see, the database was created there, and each node points to each IP address as it's described there. You got the database option creation there. So let's go ahead and see how we can edit the catalog of the database in order to reflect our new database names or new node names. So first, we're going to change the catalog location because we don't want it to get confused when we're gonna change the database name, because he's gonna look for the node name in the path. So we're gonna move the catalog with database stopped. So that's really important. Stop the database, then move the catalog. It's a simple move command in Linux. And next thing, what you want to do, run this command. I'll put it in the description. So you want to edit the catalog using the /e interactive. Once you get into the catalog, this is only read only, so you want to list the sites. When you say list the site, you want to list the nodes. And now we want to change the location. So this command is critical, unlock danger. After this, there's only a black hole. So actually use it on your own risk. It states there, whoever does that without the support supervision, it's screwed. So you don't want to do that unless you're testing and playing around like I do and you want to do some crazy stuff. So next thing what you want to do, you want to set name of, or let's see, right now we want to show the site. All right, that was a small typo there. We're gonna run it again. So show name site. So this is gonna give you all the metadata for that particular node, where its location is. So you see catalog path, it's at the old location. So what we want to do, we want to set the new catalog path to the new location where we just moved it to node 4. So what you want to do, you want to copy this command, set new name for that particular node, and now we're going to give it the value that we want the catalog path to contain. All right, so you can see there is a typo there. We haven't saved it, so we're going to run it again. For whatever reason, every time I click write in my terminal, it writes it twice. So after the command is done, you put a dot and enter, and then you want to commit. And now if we want to see again the site name and check the catalog path, you see the catalog path has changed. What you want to do now, and the database name stay the same as the old one. And now we're going to go and change the node name. So the command is set name site, the name of the node, and the value, the parameter that we want to add value into. In this case is going to be name, so we're going to call it vdb node 4, put a dot on, and commit. All right, so we're going to see again. You see right now we're getting an error because he already made the changes in the catalog. So what you want to do, you want to put node 4, which is the new value. There you go. So name has changed, catalog path has changed, and now if you release the site, there's no more node 1. We have node 4, node 2, and 3. So we have done with one of the nodes. We commit and we exit. What you want to do next, you want to go to the other nodes that are part of the cluster and make the same changes to reflect the new changes that we did in the first node. So as you can see here, you go to that node location and you apply the same changes. I'll do this in 3 times faster, so I won't bore you guys. So you can see we are unlocking the catalog, we're changing the path with the new value for that particular node that we want to work on. If you want to change all 3 nodes name, then you have to do for each one of them. As you can see, we changed the node name, same error. We don't want to commit, we want to do again. Unless you write the commit word, he will not commit your catalog changes. All right, we can see catalog changes was made in node 2. We're going to move to node 3 and the same step. Enter the catalog, unlock it, list the sites. As you can see, they're still the old site, and apply the same scripts. We're going to change the node name, commit, and exit. Done with the catalog editor. So right now what you want to do, the next thing, is make changes in the admin tools conf file to reflect the new path of the database node catalog and also the new name of your node name. And after you make the changes in a single node, which you are right now, you're going to propagate it through the entire cluster. So we're going to make sure this is going to become 4. And here 4. Save it and exit. Copy it across the cluster. All right, copy it to the other node as well. And now let's go ahead and start the database. You can see the database is down. We'll start the database. All right, let's log in and check the database. So we managed to log in the database. Let's check the node names. All right, let's make it more clear. Node name. So we can see that changes were reflected in the database, and database has been started successfully. And now let's go ahead and change the name of the other nodes. So I'm gonna pass it. I put it in fast forward. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna apply the same thing over and over again to the rest of the nodes to reflect the changes. So it's pretty much we're gonna do what we did for the first node, we're gonna do for the other two nodes. So in the future, if you want to script this and you just want to run once, it's easier to do so. Just bear with me until we do it for the whole of them to see if we can log in and start a database after we have changed the catalog location for all and change the node names for all. Once again, I would like to enforce that this has nothing to do with the HP support or their, and it's not, I don't recommend it actually for nobody to use it unless you're really aware of it and aware of the impacts that these commands will do to your database and your infrastructure. I've been done this for a couple of years now, so I feel quite comfortable in doing this kind of tasks, though a lot of people will say they're against them. But sometimes instead of me waiting for a couple of weeks for support to come back to me and give me a solution that I already knew about, I prefer going ahead and unlock these mysteries that sometimes, support like to keep close, this type of commands that nobody knows about, that are not documented. Anyway, so there you go. We managed to finish with our last node. We're gonna propagate again, like I told you guys, the admin tools configuration across the entire cluster, so we have the same admin tools configuration file repeated in all nodes. We're gonna start a database right now using the admin tool console. Type in the password. Give it a few minutes to start. So you can see the names have been totally changed. We no longer have 1, 2, and 3. We have 4, 5, and 6. So the catalog edit has worked. The most important part right now, we want the database to start and still maintain the object that we had before. So far so good, and there you go. Database has started and we're happy with it. Let's check the node names and catalog location. So node names have changed. We got 4, 5, and 6. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Use these scripts wisely, and if you have questions in regards to this, feel free to drop your comments, a suggestion with new tutorials, or maybe you can like and subscribe and get them automatically.